do is we do all our presentations first, and then the official business will start at 6 o'clock following this.
Is that you, Raymond? Oh.
Thank you, everybody. It's my distinct honor to call it the Homestead Police Department to give out their Officer of the Month for June 2012. Here's Captain Marie Kent. Yes, please come on up. Okay. We're missing one person on that, the presentation, so we're going to wait a minute. I see the gentleman from the National Weather Service, who I had lunch with yesterday at Hurricane Andrew reception. Perhaps they'd like to come up, and they've got a presentation for the city also. Patricia, would you please come join us? And make sure you're nice to them. Maybe they can steer Isaac some other way here, and they won't be running us out of town here. Yours.
All right, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. And actually, in August, whenever you see a meteorologist, either in person or on TV, it's generally not a good thing. And unfortunately, we do have something out there that we're watching, but we are here actually for something positive. And we're here to recognize the city of Homestead as a storm-ready community. Now, before you probably wondering, gee, we weren't storm-ready before. Well, that's not quite the case. The Storm-Ready is a National Weather Service initiative, a program that we run nationwide. It was started as a grassroots effort back in 1999 in the central U.S., and it was really adopted nationwide. What it is it's a way for the National Weather Service to work with local officials, whether it's city level, county level, to ensure that that those communities have the right plans in place in order to keep their residents and their constituents safe when severe weather strikes. As we know, here in Florida, we get severe weather from different sources. We have thunderstorms on a near daily basis during the summertime. Sometimes we get tornadoes, heavy rainfall and flooding, and of course our ever-present hurricane threat during the hurricane season. And this is a process that takes several months. It's not just, we just rubber stamp it and it's good to go. We go through a process where we meet with the city officials. We do storm spotter training, where we actually train a core group of storm spotters to help us relay real-time weather information right to the National Weather Service here in Miami. And we also go over their plans to make sure that the weather hazard or the weather awareness portion of it is in good shape. And I can tell you that City of Homestead passed with shining colors, or with a gold star, if you will. And we worked pretty closely with Ed Bowe here, the emergency manager for the city, and Ed really did a great job of laying everything out. Everything was organized. The plans are very well. And honestly, we feel, and I speak for myself and for our meteorologist in charge, Dr. Pablo Santos, that Homestead is indeed storm ready. And of course, we know that here as veterans of Hurricane Andrew, we're commemorating the 20th anniversary. Sorry about that. And the fact that we do have a system out there right now, it just reinforces the fact that as a community and as a city, Homestead is ready to inform its citizens and to keep the citizens of this community safe. So having said all that, I am going to formally present actually two of these signs. We present the city with two signs like this one, in which they can display, you can display wherever you want, and I will present these to Mr. Bowe. And then we also have a letter of recognition that we would like to present to Mr. Bowe as well. So anyway, definitely congratulations for being storm ready.
I just want to thank Ed Bowe for all his hard work in making this program come true for the city. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, I'll receive an email about the rainstorms we may be having. Or this morning, when I was up making plans to go to the Bahamas for tomorrow to pick a boat up and bring it back, I was already receiving emails from Ed about the threat that may come this way. So I just want to thank you for your effortless and tireless job that you do for us, or a lot of effort, I should say, goes into it, and your tireless work that you give us. So thank you, and you've been here for many years doing it as the coordinator of our EOC, so thank you, and I think it's because of you that we are storm ready, so thank you. That's you.
They just did one so far. They just done number 3.
You're right on top.
Robert Moyeta, sorry. Yeah, I guess
Just did one. They just done the first one, that's it. They skipped the number C, letter C.
Is the police department ready? Captain Kent? Hello. Okay, we'll move on. Let's go with Leilani Weiss. Is she here about the Freedom Walk? Yes. Come on up, please. Sure. This has to do with the 9/11 walk over at the VFW, and I believe this will be, what, the 4th year?
No, the 6th year.
6th year. My 4th year that I've participated, so I know that I'll be back out there, so please.
Okay.
Sorry to rush you.
Can I have a nervous breakdown right now? I was hoping everybody would be here.
Some aren't going to make it till after 6, so.
Okay. Good evening, council members, city residents. My name is Leilani Weiss, and I'm the president of the Ladies Auxiliary to the Veterans of Foreign War right here at Post 4127. I'm here today. Did they start playing that? Did they push play? This was last year's walk that you'll be seeing on the 2 screens. This is a memorial walk that we're having. It's to remember all those that lost their lives in 9/11. And it's also to remember all the soldiers that we've lost. We've lost over 6,440 soldiers as of a couple of weeks ago. And 4 was right here from Homestead. This walk is to show the community, to show Dade County, to show Broward, to show everyone that Homestead can come together and show their patriotism for this event. Not only is it a memorial walk, but it's also a celebration of freedom. The freedom that our soldiers have given us, the opportunity to assemble here, the opportunity to walk. It's gotten bigger and bigger every year, and it makes my heart sink. This really means a lot to us. We've been doing it, like I said, for 6 years now. Last year was a 10-year anniversary, so we had a lot of people turn out, and that was understandable. But we also have to remember that every year is an anniversary. Every year we have soldiers dying. And I'm sorry. But we need for the community to come together again. And I'm hoping that we can get the support from those that are here, and that we can get the support of those that are out there watching this. And I would love to thank Captain Kent, Sergeant DeJohn, and the rest of the police that had helped us last year and the last 5 years. I would like to thank the City of Homestead. The City of Homestead has been one of our sponsors for the last 5 years. And it makes us proud that the city supports us. You know, this is really a heartfelt. We don't do this to raise money. We do this so that we can just all come together, all walks of life, just like it was 9/11, 2001. Everyone helped from all walks of life. You had boaters just out there and the ferry operators that came up to the shore to help evacuate people. You know, everybody worked together. And that's what I'm hoping for this year's event, for everyone to work together, for everyone to walk. And then after the walk, we celebrate the freedom of life. I'm looking and I'm hoping for the City of Homestead to sponsor us again this year. It would really mean a lot to us to have your support. And for those out here, we are still looking for information from your businesses, trinkets from your businesses to put in our info bags that we give out to the community that comes and walks. If you would like to be a sponsor, it's $250, and you can get your logo on the back of our shirt. And that deadline would be the 27th of August. So if you would like to be a sponsor and help us out, it's gotten so big that we need more businesses to come together. It just amazes me, and it amazes all the members, all the veterans from the VFW, all the ladies from the auxiliary. I just hope that everyone can come out and show their support. That's about it. So, please, thank you.
Thank you for coming out here. Thank you for all the hard work you do every year with the walk. This, like I said, will be my 5th year, I believe. I've been there 4 years. And I'm honored, and it's very humbling and moving to go out there and walk and see the spirit that Homestead gives on that particular day. So thank you for all that you do, and I'm looking forward to doing the walk, and hopefully we can get the city to be a part of it again, and I'm sure we can.
Yes, and we've also, because we had such a big crowd last year, we were kind of a little rushing around and things, you know, it's trial and error, but we fixed a lot of things, you know, as far as the lunch, get the lunch after, and, you know, we're closing down US 1 completely, so that way it'll be faster, it won't be as, you know, as slow of a walk, so it'll be a little bit better. Bring your
I
dog.
don't mind that slow walk.
It'll still be slow, but, you know, a little wider. But you can bring your kids and tricycles and wagons. You can bring, we had a duck walk last year. We had dogs and strollers. You know, so you're welcome. Please, everybody, don't make, because I have my kids or my dogs, bring them. Bring everyone. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thank you. I will now call up Captain Marie Kent from the Homestead Police Department with Officer of the Month for June 2012. And if I could ask those council members that are here to come on up, because this is a very important award to me and I think to the whole community. So I would like all the council to be up here with me as we give out these awards.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Captain Marie Kent with Homestead Police Department, and I'm here to present the Officer of the Month Award for June 2012. I'll read to you the memo that was submitted for the nomination. This is a very special award. On behalf of the afternoon shift supervisors, I would like to nominate Officer Elvis Ackerman, Officer Carlos Garcia, and Officer Anthony Green for Officers of the Month for June 2012. On June 15, 2012, Officer Ackerman, Officer Green, and Officer Garcia responded to a call with several victims that had been struck by lightning at the school located at 2251 East Maury Drive, which was still under construction. Upon arrival, the officers found 3 adult male construction workers that had been struck by lightning. Upon officers arriving, they discovered one victim suffering from burns to his legs from the lightning strike. The second victim was walking around disoriented, but did not sustain severe injuries. The third victim, Mr. Sergio Maseguez, received a direct strike from the lightning and was lying on the ground unconscious and not breathing. Officer Green and Officer Ackerman immediately began administering CPR to Mr. Maseguez, while Officer Garcia ran and retrieved his automated external defibrillator, his AED, from his vehicle. Officer Garcia connected the AED to Mr. Maseguez, however, advised him not to administer a shock. Officer Garcia then relieved Officer Green and continued chest compressions while Officer Ackerman delivered rescue breath. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue Number 6 and its crew arrived on scene and took over CPR for Mr. Maseguez. Mr. Maseguez was transported to Ryder Trauma Center in critical life-threatening condition. I am happy to report that the other victims were treated and released the same day. The day that this occurred, I don't know if you can remember that day or not. It was a very, very ugly weather day. Anyone who responded to that would have been dodging lightning strikes. There were officers' actions that placed their lives directly in danger just to get out of their car to respond, and they didn't look back for a second. The following day, Detective Fernando Morales responded to Ryder Trauma Center and met with Mr. Maseguez's family and the doctor that was treating him. When he explained to the family and the doctor what happened, the doctor's remarks were that the actions of the officers took at that time directly were responsible for saving Mr. Maseguez's life. As of today's date, Mr. Maseguez is home recovering from injuries, and I'm honored to say that Mr. Maseguez and his family are here tonight to meet the officers. So included with the Officer of the Month award that they are receiving, they're also going to be receiving the Homestead Police Department Life Saving Award. I would like to bring up the 3 officers, if they would. I will take this moment to introduce you to everyone and their smiling faces along with the family. The Officer of the Month presentation along with the Life Saving Award, which is presented to Officer Elvis Ackerman in recognition of the life you saved on June 15, 2012 through your courageous efforts and heroism. We commend you, your dedication to the community and to your profession. The City of Homestead salutes you. Included in those officers that responded was Captain William Ray, Officer Howard Diener, and he didn't expect me to say this, but Sergeant Bryce Barker. Is he behind me? I'm sorry. Oh, there you are. That secured the scene and allowed rescue, unobstructed access to the victims, so they deserve to be commended also. Thank you very much. This is Officer Elvis Ackerman, Officer Carlos Garcia, Officer Anthony Green.
was there.
He's right there.
I'd like to bring up Chief Roll to present the Life Saving Award to each one of the officers.
Thank you all. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. This is a very special night. I've been here 33 years, and this is the first time this ever happened this way, and it's an honor and a privilege to be a part of this. I want to thank all the officers, the family. You all mean so much to us, and my guys put their life on the line each and every day to make sure that the city of Homestead is safe through crime and also through incidents like what happened this particular night. So again, thank you all for being here. First of all, Officer Ackerman, this is a life-saving award from the city of Homestead in recognition of the life you saved on June 15, 2012, through your courage, effort, and heroism. We commend your dedication to the community and to your profession. City of Homestead salutes you. From Mayor Bateman, Vice Mayor John Burgess, Councilman Jimmy Williams, Councilperson Patricia Fairclough, Councilwoman Judy Wallman, Councilperson Elvis Maldonado, Councilperson Stephen Shelley, and myself, Chief Alexander E. Rose Jr. Thank you, and we appreciate everything you do each and every day for this community. Show up this week, Officer Anthony Green. These guys are unbelievable. I could say a little bit about both of these guys here. They started in this community as explorers. The little kids you see running around the streets, out there patrolling the track and also the rodeo grounds, and that's what make Homestead so special, because what we look at homegrown individuals. That's what it's all about. It's an honor and a privilege to give these guys the award, because you look at them from kids, and now they're police officers, and not only that, they're out there saving lives. So we have to definitely commend these two individuals. So again, thank you all so much, Anthony. We really appreciate you. Last but not least, Officer Carlos Garcia. This guy, ever since he was a little boy, he wanted to be a police officer. I got a phone call from a guy I worked with 25 years ago, said, "Chief, please give this kid a job. He's an outstanding individual." And I said, "You know what? I would, but I don't have an opening." He said, "Well, can you bring him in?" I said, "We'll bring him in as a code enforcement officer." He walked in the door as a code enforcement officer. He told me, he said, "Chief, I won't let you down. I'm going to do everything I can. Give me some directions, and I want to be a police officer one day." And I said, "Okay, do this for me. 1, 2, 3. He did it, became a police officer, and here it is, I don't think it's maybe 1 year later, he's saving somebody's life. So Carlos Garcia, again, I appreciate you. You did exactly what I asked you to do, and it paid off for you. So again, thank you. We appreciate you. You can take it this part.
The family of Mr. Masegas is here, and they wanted to thank the officers for what they did. His daughter, Lizette. Hi.
Hello. Good afternoon. Me and my family were really thankful for what my dad did to you guys. Without you guys, my dad would be here today. And we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's hard to keep it dry out here tonight. You know, this is special, and you have to love what you do to do what we're doing. Again, you know, thank you all so much, and thanks to the officers. And before we close, I'd like to the Vice Mayor of the Council to say a few words. I think that'd be the appropriate thing to do at this time.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Captain Kent, and especially thank you to the officers that were here thanking tonight for saving one of our own lives here in town. So thank you to you guys. Although we're here recognizing a very special event, we should recognize you guys each and every day, because it's every day that you guys go out and do something like this. It may not be to this magnitude, but every day you guys are out there putting your life on the line for us and saving somebody from having a car wreck, maybe from speeding down the road or whatever it is. So thank you very much for everything that you guys do each and every day. You make me very proud to be a part of the city of Homestead and have you guys protecting me, so thank you. And Chief, thank you for your leadership over there. We've been through some hard times here lately in the press, but it's days like this that make us very proud to call you our chief and to have these men underneath you, so thank you. If we could get everybody that was involved, all the officers and the command staff and the council to take a quick picture, I'd appreciate it. Miss you in the morning, Fellas, thank you. He's not here. I'm supposed to read something. I'm going to let you go. Appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to call up Councilwoman Patricia Faircloth McCormick for recognition of local schools for improved academic services.
Good evening, everyone. All right, sounds like I'm in school. It's always a pleasure to see a packed chamber. This is amazing. I was looking at the agenda and trying to figure out, oh my goodness, what's on here? We have so many people. But I'm assuming it's because we have teachers and principals as well as our officers that we were recognizing this evening. But before I recognize our local schools for their improved academic performance, I have here this evening region superintendents of schools for the South region. You may know that we have a superintendent, Mr. Alberto Carvalho. And underneath Mr. Carvalho, we have 4 region superintendents who oversee schools within a respective region. So, Dr. Alexis Martinez, if you can join me, he is no stranger to the South. He's been here before, and now he is back, and he's accompanied by Administrative Director, Mr. Stefan Cohn, if you would like to wave to our audience. So I would like to invite Dr. Martinez just to give a few words and welcome you to the City of Homestead.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman Faircloth, members of the council members, Vice Mayor. Indeed, it is a thrill for me to be back. I left from the old Region 6, which was the building next door, probably 5 years ago, and I was charged with opening the 5 new schools that Homestead acquired. And now I'm back as a region superintendent. For those of you that do not know, our district went ahead and reorganized itself, so we broke off into 3 regions. I have the entire south and west of Bird Road all the way to the Florida Keys, 99 schools and about 90,000 students. And I am thrilled to be back. I love this municipality and all the other ones in between. So thank you very much, and it's a pleasure and an honor for me.
Okay, so the 2012-2013 school year is already upon us, and before we get knee-deep into the goals and expectations that our principals have set for this school year, I would like to recognize the schools for their past success in the 2011-2012 school year. Now, when the FCAT scores were released, there were some schools breathing a sigh of relief, because although the state of Florida increased the standards and raised the bar, they were able to maintain and hold on to their school grade. There were about 1 or 2 schools within our municipality that were a little upset because they were short, but they are committed to rising to the occasion this school year. And there were some schools that were celebrating because although the bar had been risen, they rose to the occasion. So for that, I would like to recognize those schools who increased their scores in spite of. So with that, I would like for Dr. Columbus Williams to join me. He is the principal of West Homestead Elementary, my alma mater. And I will read one of the certificates. This certificate is awarded to West Homestead Elementary in recognition of the outstanding academic performance by your students and the dedication of the teachers and faculty on your school's performance on the FCAT for the 2011-2012 academic year. The City of Homestead salutes you. And the City of Homestead has committed to West Homestead, the mayor and this council. We've already designated about, remind me, Rick, 775, close to $1 million for capital improvements. So I always say, put your money where your mouth is, and we are doing that in the City of Homestead. So Dr. Columbus Williams, I and this council recognize you.
Good evening, and thank you, Commissioner Fairclough, for all the support that you've given us over the years. It's truly an honor to be the principal at West Homestead Elementary School. I've been there for 2 years, and I find that the West Homestead community is one of the best communities that I have ever worked in. And Homestead is a very great place. I'm proud to be a principal here in Homestead, and thank you for all the support that you've given us. Thank you.
Next up, Campbell Drive, Thelma Cornell. The mayor and this council would also like to recognize you, your faculty, staff, and students and parents for the role that each of you have played in increasing your grade for the 2011-2012 school year. So the mayor and this council, we salute you. Welcome.
I also want to thank the City of Homestead for all the support. We've already had a visit from the Vice Mayor Burgess and Mr. Maldonado. I'm extremely proud as a principal of the students, the parents, the teachers, our community. We increased to a B, and we're already working hard towards that A. Also, I pride myself not only that we've reached that B, but there was so much more at Campbell Drive K-8 than a grade. Our school is safe, it's fun, it's exciting, it's a wonderful place to be. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Next up, Mass at Homestead, Principal Ms. Lisa Nofo, and she's new to us this year in the city of Homestead. Mr. Greg Zoya resigned, I believe, and Lisa Nofo is taking the helm. She's very competent and capable. I served on a committee with her. I fell in love with her, and when I saw her name being assigned to Mass at Homestead, I said, Homestead, you're in for a treat. So Lisa, thank you so much for what you're going to do at Mass at Homestead, and we look forward to a strong partnership with you. The city of Homestead salutes you and your team.
Thank you.
And I would like to invite your PTA president up here. There are so many parents in here this evening. I'm going to lead by example. If you have not done so already, I am encouraging you to join your school's PTA. I have my personal check is in here, not a City of Homestead check. My personal check is in here to join your PTA. If there's anything that I can do to support your PTA, please let me know.
Thank you. Good evening. I am so excited to stand here as the very proud principal of Mass at Homestead. What an exciting program, what unique students that we have. For those high school students that are interested in a medical career, they are getting an education second to none. We have a beautiful building, a staff that is just wonderful and enthusiastic, and I am so proud to be in the city of Homestead and bring such a wonderful program for you to be proud of. Thank you once again for the welcome, and we're in for great things. We're building a healthier future at Mast.
Charter School at Waterstone. Melissa Aguiar. She is doing some incredible things at Charter School in Waterstone. She is my friend, and I am honored to present to her and her. Would you like for them to come on over? Come on over, your family, come on over here. The city of Homestead would like to recognize and salute you as well for the great things that you're doing at the Charter School at Waterstone. Dr. Farringer, come on over. Mike Strader, come on over. PTSO President, come on over. Again, demonstrating my commitment to this community, I am joining the PTA. All of you parents over there, I hope you have joined as well. So I wish you all the best, and call on me if I can be of assistance.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much for this recognition, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank the City of Homestead, all of our council members, Councilwoman Patricia Fairclough McCormick, and the City of Homestead and the community for always supporting us in all of our endeavors. Just when you thought they had made it so difficult for us that we would not be able to get our children to feel the success that they deserve to feel for their hard work, somehow our teamwork and all our efforts, PTSO working with us, our parents working with us, our community, our amazing leaders, we are able to work together as a team, as a family, for the success of our children. And I accept this award on behalf of the entire faculty, staff, and all of the parents and students at the Charter School at Waterstone. Thank you so much for this recognition and for your support. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we have Keys Gate Charter High School. I believe this school had their heart palpitate a little bit because you were awarded a B, and then I understand when the state went back, they said, oh no, this school is an A school. So the charter school at Keys Gate High School is now an A school. Congratulations to you, your staff and students.
Thank you, Commissioner. My name's Dave McKnight, and I'm the principal at Keysgate Charter High School. We're extremely proud. This year we had 81% learning gain. As a high school, that's pretty hard to beat. So we were very, very pleased with our results, and we feel very, very proud to be standing here as a high school in Homestead that got the A grade. We're very, very proud of that. I'd also like to take a minute to thank the Commission as well as the Vice Mayor for all their support. Our parents had a vision a long time ago. I've been the principal for this is my second year, but a long time ago our parents had a vision of a K-12 system, and it's because of their support and their belief in us that we are now a K-12 system with 3,000 students strong. We're very, very proud of that, so thank you all. I'd like to just take one more moment and introduce my assistant principal, Whitney Garcia, as well as my PTSO president, Ms. Linda Melton.
And finally, I would be remiss if I did not at least announce that there was one more public school that increased. That was Lawrence C. Saunders Elementary. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here this evening, but we will invite the principal back so that we can recognize the faculty, staff, and students at that school. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilwoman. As many of you know, we are getting ready to celebrate our centennial here in Homestead, and I would be out of order if I didn't welcome two former council members, one mayor, one vice mayor, who have a lot of history in this town. So would everybody give past mayor Fred Rhodes, past vice mayor, and the first woman vice mayor ever in Homestead, Miss Ruth Campbell, a round of applause. Next, I'd like to call Councilman Elvis Maldonado up for his presentation, please.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Good. Well, first and foremost, I just got to say how excited I am today, just seeing everything that's happening here, from our police officers to our teachers, to the education committee. We've been involved in a lot of these schools, so it makes me very proud to be a part of this city and part of this council, where we're here to help make a difference in this community. So with that, continue with our community. I want to share. I'm just going to share a little something, but I'm going to invite a special guest. A shining star in this community that I want to recognize. And a little personal story, me and the mother of this young lady actually grew up together across the street from one another. And this is a family that I go back and have great childhood memories. And it's an honor and a pleasure to sit here today and to see and recognize what great things this family continues to do. And we're going to introduce a brand new star here in Homestead. So with that, I'm going to bring Katia Nicole. I'm going to ask her up here. She's going to share a little something with you, but I'm going to read just a little something. I have a whole thing here, but I'm just going to, she does so many things. Come over. She does so many things, but I'm just going to read this part. It says, as a Homestead resident and councilman, I am very proud of how much she has grown here in Homestead and how she gives back to the community. And for that, I would like to work with young talent like her going on to places. She's going to speak about some of the things that we're going to be working on as well. So with that, Katia, come on over.
Hello, good afternoon, Mayor, Council, and fellow members of our lovely community here in Homestead. I would like to start by thanking Mr. Councilman Elvis Maldonado for granting me this opportunity to meet and speak with you all today. My name is Katia Nicole, and I'm now 13 years old, and I attend Southwood, a magnet school for the performing arts here in Miami-Dade County. When I'm not at school, I'm training locally at Paramount Dance Studios. I have also donated my time and talent for several charity events locally throughout America. Homestead has always been my home. My family settled here more than 30 years ago, and like many of you, they have experienced this city's growth and evolution. From total destruction brought on by Hurricane Andrew in 1992 to the recent building boom in the last decade. Homestead has come a long way, and I'm sure you'll all agree there's potential for even further growth as we continue on our path to greatness. I once had the opportunity to work on the set of Burn Notice, a hit television series that is filmed here in Miami-Dade. This experience opened my eyes to see the benefits that bringing entertainment-related jobs could have on our economy. There were a multitude of jobs revolving around the production of the series. Additionally, there is also potential that it would bring vendors and sponsors to advertise, which in turn creates more jobs and sends out a positive message to those who tune in. My primary goal and reason for being here is to bring awareness to everyone in our community about this and to share my views. Ideally, Homestead could be the home of a place where children, teenagers, and adults could have somewhere to express themselves creatively, thus having a positive impact on our community and economy. So far, the only organizations that have similar programs are Disney and Nickelodeon, both primarily located in Los Angeles, which continues to flourish thanks to the entertainment industry. I also believe this is to be a great way to prevent bullying and drug abuse. By providing the members of this community alternative and engaging activities with the chance to make their dreams come true. I was in Los Angeles this past week where I met with an 80s pop icon, Miss Debbie Gibson, who founded a charity that makes dreams come true across the country. I recently remade her song, Only in My Dreams, and met with Miss Gibson to promote youth in the industry and to bring my goal to this hometown. I plan to release the music video this fall, and I would be honored to have Homestead support me in my mission and make it possible for members of our community to be involved in the entertainment industry. Thank you for your time, and I would now like to share with you this brief clip of my latest project. Thank you so much.
Wondering when I wrote it originally. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, I did.
Oh wow, when did it come out?
September.
Awesome. I heard it. It's awesome, you guys. Everything 80s is back again, right?
Yes.
And so what do you do now to like start your career? You're performing around?
Yeah, performing around. I want to record original book here.
All right, so everybody look out for Katia Nicole's new single, Only in My Dreams. Oh my God, that's so cool. Thank you.
We also have...
Let me tell you, the city of Homestead has great talent, and it's going to be part of my job, as well as with Katia's mother, and an organization that they got started here in Homestead, to find the talent of Homestead, make sure that we put a spotlight on it, and make sure they're recognized so that they continue, so we could show them and support them and make sure that they take off and do great things. So be looking out for her video that's coming out soon. We'll put it up on the website, get some information out. And again, thank you so much for all you're doing here in the city of Homestead.
Thank you, Councilman Maldonado. I'd now like to bring up Councilman Steve Shelley, and he'd like to recognize Pastor Brock Schiffer.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I have the honor of honoring Pastor Brock Schiffer for his great local contributions he makes to the community of Homestead, but also throughout South Dade. And I actually serve with Pastor Schiffer and the Military Affairs Committee, and I can tell you firsthand the difference and the impact that he makes in that committee and the contributions that he makes to the Military Affairs Committee. And so with that, I'd like to invite him up because I have a proclamation I'd like to read and present to him. I have a proclamation that reads as follows. Whereas Pastor Schiffer is known locally in the civic community for his active participation in the Greater Homestead, Florida City Chamber of Commerce, the Military Affairs Committee, and the Kiwanis Club of South Dade, And whereas for decades he has contributed to the spiritual needs of South Dade and Palmetto Bay, Cutler Bay, the Goulds area, and in Homestead. Whereas Pastor Schiffer was involved in Old Cutler Presbyterian Church on Old Cutler for over 20 years, serving as a deacon, elder, mission chairman, and Sunday school teacher. Whereas he also served as a part-time preacher at the East Ridge Retirement Community in Cutler Bay for over a decade, meeting the spiritual needs of the elderly. Whereas he mentors at the Agape Center for Women in Gould's area of South Dade. Whereas for the past few years, Pastor Schiffer has led the Speedway Community Church with his message of making a difference for the betterment of Homestead, which he usually concludes with, "Leave Homestead better off than we found it." Whereas by his way of leadership, Speedway Community Church members are active in various charitable causes throughout the community. And whereas he has served our nation for 4 years in the United States Air Force. Whereas Pastor Brock Schiffer is a graduate of the University of Missouri with a degree in political science and a master's degree from the Miami International Seminary in theology and divinity. And whereas Pastor Schiffer is a native of Valdosta, Georgia, and now resides in Keys Gate area with his wife, Joel Ann. Now, therefore, the mayor of the city of Homestead, Florida, Stephen C. Bateman, does hereby proclaim the 22nd day of August, 2012, as Pastor Brock Schiffer Day in Homestead. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's not often, ladies and gentlemen, you get an award following Elvis. It is nice to know Elvis has not left the building. It's amazing what God has done in my life since Hurricane Andrew. You know, the Bible does teach us that what man considers bad, God considers for good. And in retrospect, some wonderful things have changed in this country and in this area because of Hurricane Andrew, not just the storm shutters, but you realize, perhaps for the first time, we actually had neighbors that lived next door. And so as the storm perhaps is coming our way, I would remind all of us that we have neighbors and that we need to be a neighbor. I had the privilege of sharing this morning that you and I can't control where the hurricane lands, but we can really control how we respond. So those of us that have been blessed in the church and throughout the city can use this opportunity this evening. I have been so encouraged by what I've witnessed over the last 45 minutes as a pastor. You watch the evening news and you want to just throw your hands up and say it's beyond control. No, it's not, because what I've witnessed in this community for the last 45 minutes, Homestead has an extraordinary future. And may I suggest, because I see some of my fellow pastors here, this is a turning point, I believe, council members, in this community. It's taken us about a year, but we now have a group of, say, 10 to 12 pastors in this community that are now willing to come out of their sanctuaries, come out of their pastorates, join hands, and we're going to be intentional about leading Homestead over the next years to come. And one of the first things we plan on doing is approaching the young people in this community. So it has been very encouraging, I hope, to all of my pastor friends here, that we're on the right track. So school teachers, principals, you'll be hearing from us, because we're not only going to pray for you, we're going to get in there, roll up our sleeves, and leave Homestead better than we found it. God bless you, and I expect you in somebody's church on Sunday.
Pastor Schiffer, before you leave, I may get in trouble for this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Amen. Amen. And I will be, you asked for us to be in somebody's church this Sunday. I'll be in your church this Sunday.
Thank you, Councilman Shelley and Pastor Schiffer. I'd like to now call up Councilman Jimmy Williams for the Distinguished Budget Award presentation, please.
Thank you so much, Vice Mayor. It is my distinguished pleasure to invite the Department of Director of Finance, if he would come, Carlos Perez and his staff. Let me just start off by saying that we have one of the greatest finance directors in the state of Florida. And not only that, but we have one of the finest staff persons in our finance department than any place that I've ever seen. And so this presentation is a Distinguished Budget Presentation Award. And let me just give you a history on this award. The Government Finance Office Association has selected the city to receive the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award for 2011 and 2012 budget. This is an award that is its highest form of recognition in governmental budgeting and represent a significant achievement for our city. And so in order to receive the budget award, the city has to satisfy nationally recognized guidelines for effective budget presentation. And this award reflects the commitment of our governing body and the staff to meet the highest principles of government and budgeting, which I might say or add that they have great accuracy and accountability and integrity in that department. And so it is my honor and my pleasure to congratulate Carlos Perez and the Director of Finance and his wonderful team for such a great reward such as this. So on behalf of my colleagues and the Mayor and the Vice Mayor and all the staff here and persons present, it is my great privilege to present you with this award. Congratulations. And it reads, Government Finance Officers Association Distinguished Budget Presentation Award is presented to the City of Homestead, Florida for this fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2011. And congratulations to your staff.
Good evening. As Councilman Williams said, this award is for the fiscal year 2011-2012 budget, and all of the annual budget process is a long process that kicks off in February and ends with the adoption of the budget in September, and it involves all the departments under the guidance of the manager's office and the council. It is the countless hours that were put by these ladies behind me, Christy Vizcaino and Denise Santana, that made this award possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Williams and Mr. Perez. I would now like to call Mr. Richard Vega over, if I could, and anybody else from customer service that's here this evening. Customer service is not always a great place. You get people that sometimes don't quite understand or don't have an opportunity to understand or don't want to understand. But there was one gentleman here that moved into the city, and unfortunately he couldn't be here tonight. He's got some health issues. But he asked if I would recognize Richard and his entire staff for a job well done, and I said I certainly will, and I'm proud to do it. This gentleman's name is Minister Carl Baker from the Gospel Fellowship Church. And he had just came back to town and was establishing his utility account. We're moving back to Homestead, and he had been going through some tough times financially. And he contacted customer service and some of the assistants over there, and the agency was able to give him assistance and help him set his payment plan up so that his utilities could be turned on and he wouldn't have uninterrupted service. And Richard and his team, according to Minister Baker, went above and beyond to help, and he's very pleased to give them a plaque, the Fantastic Helping Hand Award. So I'd like to say to Richard and his entire staff, thank you. I know some days it's a thankless job over there, but you guys do a great job for the amount of work that's put on you each and every day. So thank you.
Few words from Mr. Vega.
Thank you, Elvis. This is definitely like what we do every day. Everybody's support. It's always been something that's a team effort. It's not just me, it's my staff back at the office, the mayor and council, and our great city manager, George Gretzis. Thank you all for your support.
I'll now call Councilman Steve Shelley.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Rosa Brito as the new Executive Director of the Homestead, Florida City Chamber of Commerce. And so I invite her to come up and speak and introduce herself. And while she's coming up to the podium, I'll give you a little bio on her. Rosa Brito was named Executive Director of the Homestead, Florida City Chamber of Commerce in July of 2012. Prior to joining the Chamber, Rosa was the Executive Director of Arc South and also served as a business manager for South Miami Chamber of Commerce. Rosa has 34 years of multifaceted experience with more than 16 years experience with not-for-profit organizations. She is also an accomplished real estate professional with 25-plus years experience. She is a member of the National Association of Realtors and the Florida Association of Realtors. She also holds a National Association of Realtors designation and is a certified distressed property expert. In addition to her chamber work, Rosa serves as the board secretary for Patches PPEC Advisory Board.
Thank you, Steve Shelley. A little nervous. Thank you, Mayor, Council, members, for this introduction and the opportunity to be here today. This is an exciting time for me. As Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, I have the opportunity to help local businesses thrive and connect with each other. The Board of Directors and I look forward to working relationship with the City of Homestead to initiate new ventures that will support the business community and our residents. Hopefully, the Chamber can assist you in attracting new businesses to our community. On Friday, August 24th, the Chamber will hold its annual planning conference. Our members will have an opportunity to address issues and set goals that they would like us to achieve for the coming 2013 year. With their input, the Chamber will set the course for a great year. Please do let me know how the Chamber can assist you in achieving your goals for the economic growth and the betterment for this great community that we live in. I definitely do promise that I will use my talent, energy, and passion to take the Chamber to a whole new level. Again, I thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Rosa. And with that, we will now adjourn our presentations and take about a 5-minute break before we start the council meeting so the clerk can get the recording switched over.